there, Ariana from Crafting Happiness here. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to crochet this beautiful Picot Scallops border for blankets. This is a very easy beginner-friendly pattern, and I will show you how to adjust your stitches on each side by either hiding or adding extra stitches, so you can crochet this border around any edge. So let's start. For this tutorial, I am working around my sample, which is just a square made with double crochet rows, onto which I crocheted a base border. And my base border has 3 single crochet made in each of the corners. I will leave the link in the description on how to crochet a base border for your project. I recommend before starting any border to make a base border on your project. You'll know exactly how many stitches you have, and you will make your edges nice and neat, your corner nice and rounded. Alright, so I'm working around my sample with a 5mm crochet hook and a run yarn. You can use any yarn with a matching hook to fit your project. And for this border, you will need on each side of your project multiples of 6 plus 1 stitches. But don't worry, if you don't have the right amount, I can show you how to adjust your pattern to make your scallops fit in. Right, so we will start with a slip knot, and then we will join the slip knot 3 stitches before the corner stitch. So like I said, I have 3 single crochet made in a corner. My corner stitch will be the second single crochet, so that will be my corner, and we need to join 3 stitches before. So there you go, we are going to join in this stitch and pull the slip knot through and chain 1. So now we will start with our corner scallop, and to crochet a corner scallop we first make 6 double crochet in that corner stitch. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And this 6 double crochet is the center of our scallop, onto which we will crochet the tip, which is just a simple picot stitch. You chain 3 and then you slip stitch in the base stitch, so not in the 3rd chain from the hook, but in that stitch below it. So insert your hook behind the 2 loops, make sure you pick up both loops and slip stitch, and this is your picot stitch. Now in the same stitch we are going to make 5 more double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. All right, and this is our corner scallop. Now we skip 2 chains and slip stitch in a 3rd one, and this is how your corner will look like. Now to continue along this edge, we skip 2, and in the 3rd one we make 4 double crochet. That 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now on top of this 4th double crochet we will make a picot stitch, and again to make a picot stitch chain 3 and then slip stitch in the base stitch, not in the base chain but in the base stitch. Insert your hook and pick up those 2 loops. So you're inserting the hook in the middle of the stitch and you pick up that loop behind it as well and slip stitch to crochet your picot stitch. There you are. And then in the same stitch we are making 3 more double crochet. And 3. Now we are skipping 2 stitches and make a slip stitch in a 3rd. And this is your scallop. Now this is also your repeat section. Skip 2 and make 4 double crochet in a 3rd stitch, then a picot stitch and a further 3 double crochet, then skip 2 and slip stitch. So this section is your repeat section, and we're gonna repeat this until we have 3 stitches left in a row. That includes the corner stitch as well. So let's continue and I'll show you how to make your scallops. Again, skip 2, in a 3rd one make 4 double crochet, then on top of the 4th double crochet make a picot stitch by chaining 3. Make sure you are slip stitching in the stitch, not in a chain. So insert the hook in those 2 loops and make a slip stitch. Then in the same stitch make 3 more double crochet. That's 2 and 3rd. Then skip 2 and in a 3rd one slip stitch. And here we are again, we have another scallop finished. So let's do this all along. Skip 2, in a 3rd one make 4 double crochet, and on top of the 4th one let's make a picot stitch by chaining 3. Then into the base stitch, pick up those 2 loops and slip stitch. Then in the same stitch below make 3 more double crochet. Okay. Now skip 2 and in a 3rd one make a slip stitch. And this is how it looks like. Let's make another one. Skip 2, in a 3rd one make 4 double crochet, and again on the top of the 4th double crochet chain 3 and make the picot by inserting your hook in the base stitch, slip stitch, and in the same stitch make 3 double crochet. All right, now skip 2 and in the 3rd one we are slip stitching, and this is another scallop made. Now we are approaching the edge, so I will show you what to do if you don't have enough stitches. So again, skip 2 and in a 3rd one make 4 double crochet, and then a picot stitch at the top of the 4th double crochet, then back into the base stitch and make 3 more double crochet. Okay, and skip 2 and in a 3rd one slip stitch. So now we've reached we almost reached the corner, and we have 5 stitches left including the corner instead of 3 like we are supposed to. That means we have 2 extra stitches, and The way I do it to adjust and change the pattern is I go back one scallop and I need to hide 2 stitches. So what I will do, instead of skipping 2, I will skip 3 and slip stitch in a 4th, and that hides 1 stitch. If you look at the pattern, it doesn't change the overall look of your border at all. But we have skipped 3 instead of 2, and now we hid 1 of the stitches. Now again we need to hide 1 more, and we will do it on the next scallop. So again, now we skip 2, and in a 3rd one we make 4 double crochet, then a picot stitch at the top, and back into the stitch and make 3 more, alright. So now we are supposed to skip 2 and slip stitch in the 3rd, but that means we will have 4 stitches left. We need to have 3, so we need to hide 1 more stitch, and the easiest way is to skip 3 instead of skipping 2, and then in the 4th one we are making a slip stitch. So skip the 3, in the 4th one slip stitch, and there you go. It made no overall difference in the look, but if you try to skip here more than 2, you will see the difference. So if you have extra stitches at the end, make sure you go backwards and hide 1 stitch per scallop. So let's say we would have had 3 extra stitches there we needed to hide, then we just do here skip 3, here skip 3, here skip 3, and then we hide those stitches and we reach the edge and we have 3 stitches like we are supposed to. So this is how you adjust the pattern and make sure this border fits around your project perfectly. Alright, so now we are in a corner and we need to make a corner scallop, and we will skip 2, and in that corner stitch we are going to make 6 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we are going to make a picot stitch, chain 3, in the base stitch, not the chain, the stitch inside it, and pick up the loop behind as well, and slip stitch. Alright, we have a picot stitch. Now go around, and in the same corner stitch we are going to make 5 more double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. Now skip 2, and in a 3rd one slip stitch, and this is your corner scallop, and this is your edge. This is how it looks like. Now we are continuing to crochet along this edge, and again we will skip 2, so skip 2, and in a 3rd one make 4 double crochet. And this is a great beginner border. It looks complicated, but really isn't. Like I said, you can adjust these stitches and you can fit any border. Don't be intimidated that you need to count stitches. In crochet, the beauty of crochet, that everything can be adjusted with no problem. You can hide stitches in different ways so you can match the pattern. Right, so we made a scallop. Now skip 2 and slip stitch, then again skip 2 and make 4 double crochet, That's 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4, that's all we have to do. Then we do a picot stitch right at the top of the 4th double crochet, followed by 3 double crochet in the same stitch. All right, now skip 2 and slip stitch. And just so you know, another trick is to calculate if you have multiples of 6. Each of the scallops uses 6 stitches, so you can tell how many scallops and where your scallop will end if you just calculate 6 stitches at a time. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is going to be the next scallop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is where the next scallop will end. So again, we're going to have a mismatch of stitches. We can hide some of them, or we can add some of them. So depending what you want to do, I think we need 2 stitches. So that means I'll show you how to add stitches to your pattern if you need to. Right, now instead of skipping 2 and slip stitch in a third one, you can skip 1 and slip stitch in a second one. And again, when you do that, the difference, it's not massive. If you compare this with this one, they basically look the same. Now we recover the stitch. Basically we will need another one by my calculations. Let's see. So again, skip 2, in a third one make 4 double crochet, all right, so this is number 4. Then a picot stitch at the top. Okay, and now three more double crochet in the same stitch. And again, instead of skipping 2 and slip stitching in a third, we are going to skip 1 and slip stitching in the second. So let's see if we have the right amount of stitches now. If we make another scallops, we will have 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there we are. We will finish 3 stitches before the corner. So this is the corner plus 2 stitches. This is what we are supposed to have. This is what we were supposed to have, 3 stitches including the corner stitch. Right, so let's do the last scallop as usual. Skip 2, double crochet in the 4 and the third one, make 4 double crochet. All right, then a picot stitch, and in the same stitch 3 more double crochet. Then skip 2 and in a third one make a slip stitch. So this is how you can recover stitches. If by any chance you don't have 3, maybe you have 1 or you have 2, then you need to add to recover stitches from this scallop. You need to have here 3 stitches, including this corner stitch. You need to have 3. So what we did is recover stitches. Instead of skipping 2, we skipped 1 and slip stitch. The same happened here. We skipped 1 and slip stitch in the next. If you look at the overall look, not visible, doesn't make a massive difference at all, but you will have your corner. So now you know how to hide or add stitches, so you can adjust this border to your blanket. All right, so now we are doing another corner scallop, and again skip 2 in a third corner chain, make 6 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then at the top make a picot stitch by chaining 3 and slip stitching in a base stitch, and turn around, and in the same stitch make 5 more double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So now skip 2 and in a third one slip stitch. There you are. Now we have another corner stitch, and this is how you make it. I will just make the other 2 sides. You know now how to add or subtract stitches to make this scallop work for you, the stitch count. I will just speed up the video and meet you here at the end and show you the overall look of this border. Alright, so I've just crocheted around my project, and now we have reached the beginning of the round. Skip 2 and then slip stitch into the slip stitch where you started, and this is how you finish your project. Slip stitch in the same stitch. Now cut the yarn and you'll be weaving in that end. Okay, so you have 2 ends that you have to weave in. And this is how you crochet the Picot Scallops border. I hope you found my tutorial easy to follow. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comments below and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Happy crocheting!